Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget the rest now, people. Des at King of the Pit TV signing in. Maybe not so much pitting going on today. Purely as we're listening to a little more of a singer-songwriter tip. But this is a record I haven't listened to all the way through before. I've only heard one song from it, and that's Hand in My Pocket, I believe. And it's a really good song. I really enjoy that song. And I know this record in particular really encapsulates, is it the 90s? A great sound of the 90s, and supposedly one of the better singer-songwriter records out there. I definitely know this is the highlight, albeit, you know, quite an early peak for the songwriter Alanis Morissette. But this is Jagged Little Pill. We're going to listen to it from start to finish. This one's entitled All I Really Want. Let's go.
Do I stress you out? My sweater is on backwards and inside out, and you...
Do I stress you out? My sweater's on backwards and inside out. That's a great line. Instrumentally, already, this is really tasty. There's so many layers going on, but so many layers of cool tones. The bass line kept it moving. We had the harmonica atop, two separate guitars, one of them with a bit of a wah and the other one playing the melody, which I couldn't tell you. Is it a flange on there? It sounds like something off of the Spyro the Dragon soundtrack.
Say how appropriate.
It sounds like Time Splitters bloody menu music as well during this verse section. Really cool, unique, modern instrumental.
I don't dissect everything today. I don't mean to pick you apart, you see, but I can't help it. And there I go, jumping before the gunshot has gone off. Slap me with the splintered ruler.
That squeak of air, almost like a harmonic she hits, that falsetto. I love that.
And it would knock me to the floor, but I wasn't there already. If only I could hunt the hunter. And all I really want is some patience. A way to calm the angry voice.
Yo, listen to that backing vocal. That high register back, she's got such a voice.
And all I really want is deliverance.
Right range.
Do I wear you out? You must wonder why I'm relentless and all strung out. I'm consumed by the chill of solitary.
I don't know whether she does that breathy thing a little too often, or just the right amount. It adds sort of like a real badass rocker feel to it, you know what I mean? Like a bit of a doing her own thing, snarl into the mix.
I'm like a star.
Yo, because I know some producers, if I did out like that, they'd edit that out. I say, do that without that. But this producer's been like, yes.
I like to reel it in and then spit it out. I'm frustrated by your apathy. And I am frightened by the corrupted ways of this land. If only I could meet the maker. And I am fascinated by the spiritual man. I'm humbled by his humble nature. Yeah. And what I wouldn't give to find a soulmate.
I adore the high end of that vocal, that backing vocal during this chorus-y section, this elevated section of the song. It really showcases the register, the spectrum, the range of her vocal. Really badass vocalist.
Someone else to catch this drift. And what I wouldn't give to meet a kindred.
going out of key on them runs, giving it a bit of a, like a little bit of a drowsy, sort of grungy aesthetic to the vocal line.
Enough about me. Let's talk about you for a minute.
I've got like a whispered vocal here on my left hand side. We've got a key change to the relative major, switch it up, and put a song inside the song in this particular bridge section, completely switched it up.
Enough about it.
Not only that, but the vocal line, enough about me, let's talk about you. We've completely mirrored what's going on. A lot of depth in the songwriting.
Let's talk about life for a while. The conflicts, the craziness, and the sound of pretense is falling all around, all around. Why are you so petrified of silence? Here, can you handle this? Did you think about your bills, your ex, your deadlines, or when you think you're gonna die?
I really liked the lyric alongside the literal silence, but the way the lyric actually then blends in volume-wise, escalates back in.
Your bills, your ex, handle this.
2, 3.
Did you think about your bills, your ex, your deadlines, or when you think you're gonna die? Or did you long for the next distraction? And all I need now is intellectual intercourse, a soul that dig the hole much deeper. And I have no concept of time other than it is playing. If only I could kill the killer. And all I really want is some peace, man. A place to find a common ground. And all I really want is a wavelength. And all I really want is some comfort. A way to get my hands untied. And all I really want is some justice.
That was so good. That was so good. That was so good. The breathiness on the vocal and that sort of portrayal of, from how I perceived it, of giving up. Oh, I'm so tired. That desperation that it sort of implies of the lack of care, of the going in and out of key on that run. Really good. I'm looking forward to the rest of this record. That was really good. Let's move on. We got You Ought to Know next. Okay, you're listening to Des at King of the Pit TV. We're moving on. This one's entitled You Ought to Know. We're listening to Jagged Blue Pill from start to finish. The first tune was an absolute banger. This one's entitled You Ought to Know.
Want you to know that I'm happy for you. I wish nothing but the best for you both. I know the version of me. Is she perverted like me? Would she go down on you in a theater? Does she speak eloquently? And would she have your baby? I'm sure she'd make a really excellent mother. 'Cause the love that you gave every day wasn't able to make it enough for you to know.
So far, the instrumentals have been really good. The musicians who have got involved in this project, the guitarists in particular, have just been really tasty. I respect to the bassist as well. I put some respect on the bassist's name because he's jamming out through this as well, that tone. To remind you writing her own songs? Is somebody writing the songs for her?
On the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know. You seem very well. Things look peaceful. I'm not quite as well. I thought you should know. Did you forget about me, Mr. Duplicity? I hate to bug you in the middle of dinner. There was a slap in the face, how quickly I was replaced. And are you thinking of me when you fuck her? 'Cause the love that you gave every day was a table that ain't good enough for you to be open wide.
Borderline rapping on the pre-chorus section.
And every time you speak her name, you know how you told me you'd hold me until you die. But you're still alive, and I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair.
Absolute powerhouse of a chorus. Really good chorus. Just belts it. It's well, I was going to say supermarket soundtrack, but it was a little bit... the lyrical was a bit of a adult nature initially, right?
To deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know.
Bridge. Sounds like the drummer's playing with brushes. Bassist might have stolen the song, at least with the instrumental, because the chorus steals the song, the vocal line and the chorus, but instrumentally, especially during the verses, the bassist is really popping.
And you know it. Every time I scratch my nails down someone else's back, I hope you feel it.
Every time I scratch my nails down someone else's back, I hope you feel it.
Can you feel it? Well, I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny.
That ringing high register guitar is so simple but adds so much to the double up of the chorus there just to finish it off. Brilliant. I really liked that last line there, you ought to know, because everything pulls back, and I don't know if this was an added effect onto the vocal for that bit or if that's how she was produced anyway, but it's as if it opens up and you can hear her perform in the studio at that very moment. Do you know, I'm coming from that natural reverb there. That was a great tune. We got perfect next. Let's move on. I'm really enjoying this. Sorry if I have to be a little quieter than normal. It's getting a bit late and we don't have thick walls. Right. There's King of the Pit TV signing in. This one's entitled Perfect. We're listening to Jagged Little Pill. I thought it was Jagged Blue Pill. I've been calling it the wrong thing, so my apologies. Let's do it.
Sometimes it's never quite enough. If you're flawless, then you're in my Don't forget to win first place. Don't forget to keep that smile on your face. Be a good boy. Try a little harder. You've got to measure up. Make me prouder. How long before you screw it up? How
It's cool how every once in a while there's a little bit of a break in the vocal. Sometimes she might not really stay perfect within the key, and I believe, given the general production of this record so far, that's completely intentional. The producers, the sound engineers are just been like, yeah, we'll keep that in, because it gives such a organic relatability to it. Like, no one's perfect. The song's called Perfect, and it goes to show that she is human. Yeah, she's a great performer. She's a ultra rock chick, but she's so badass that she can be herself and not always be, you know, have this impenetrable, perfect voice, you know. Disregarding the song called Perfect. As for the actual context, I don't know if she's had a child at this point, but it sounds as if she's speaking to a child of hers, because I think she's speaking to a boy, which in the prior two songs seems to have been a little more marketed to, you know, badass girls. I want to feel, you know, independent and rightful, and you know what I mean, just big rock and roll. That's what it seems like.
many times do I have to tell you to hurry up?
Twinkly guitars.
With everything I do for you, the least you can do is keep quiet. Be a good girl. You gotta try a little harder. That simply wasn't good enough.
Right, so it went from boy to girl, and now we're talking about that simply wasn't good enough. So I'm actually starting to have a change of perspective and think maybe it's in regards to a, you know, a parent or fair authority figure not allowing comfort to this individual, saying you always got to do better and being right on their back all the time.
To make us proud. I'll live for you, I'll make you what I never was. If you're the best, or maybe so am I. Compared to her, I'm doing this for your own damn good. You'll make up for what I've learned.
This is interesting. This is good songwriting. It develops and it has me understand as we go in. I still could be wrong, don't get me wrong, but she's now talking about I live through you, do this for us. It's less so to do with the happiness of the individual, but more to do with the sort of narcissistic, you've got to do this for me, domineering of this authoritarian figure.
What's the problem? Why are you crying? Be a good boy. Push a little farther now. That wasn't fast enough to make us happy. We'll love you just the way you are. If you're perfect.
Cool. Cool. You can see who she's speaking to, right? Okay, so next we've got Hand in My Pocket. I'm a fan of this one. Yes, now blessed now. Des at King of the Pit TV signing in. We're listening to the Jagged Little Pill album, which I've mistakenly been calling the Jagged Blue Pill album, just because the record colour was blue. So I apologise for that. But this one's entitled Hand in My Pocket. I do know this song. I don't know when I initially heard this one. It must have been on a soundtrack to something, but I'm very well aware of this song. And this song is what made me listen to this record in this series because it's really fantastic. I do like it a lot. So let's have a deeper listen to it, see if I can pick out anything to comment on.
I'm broke, but I'm happy. I'm poor, but I'm kind. I'm short, but I'm healthy. Yeah. I'm high, but I'm grounded. I'm sane, but I'm overwhelmed. I'm lost, but I'm hopeful, baby. And what it all comes down to.
I love this chord progression when it comes in. What it all comes down to. I think it's the overlapping guitar chord because we've had broken notes on the guitar up until this point, but then we emphasise it with this full drag of the chord, and the bass guitar comes in with the root note, and it just gives the song great movement.
Baby, and what it all comes down to is that everything's gonna be fine, fine, fine. 'Cause I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one is giving a high five. I feel drunk, but I'm sober. I'm young and I'm
Great developing onto the song. We've heard the first line of the chorus, we've had the first verse, we've had substantial development up until that point, but now we're coming in even further. We're repeating the chorus just with we're repeating the verse with different words, and now we're adding a little bit of a snare from what I just heard, a little more movement in the drums.
underpaid. I'm tired, but I'm working, yeah.
I'm tired but I'm working. Yeah, I think the thing is with this song is that it looks from the weaker perspective, or what may be deemed the weaker alternative to what she could be, but she's adding positives and perceiving it in the right manner. You know where I'm coming from?
I care, but I'm restless. I'm here, but I'm really gone. I'm wrong and I'm sorry, baby. And what it all comes down to is that everything's gonna be.
And what's brilliant is we have this ringing guitar chord, the broken chord, all the way through so far. It's just constant. So the addition of extra instrumentation and the removal of extra instrumentation really creates the depth and how the song advances. It doesn't go from section. You know, there is constant. One hand in my pocket and the other one's flicking a cigarette. I'll tell you what, I don't like that line. I think it's a bit random, and I just don't think it has the cadence of what the others do. I think she should have kept the same line, but you know, she's advancing it, she's keeping it moving, and I think we heard that with potentially You Ought to Know, or I think it was All I Really Want actually, where she kept the chorus section, but lyrically it was different. So I guess that's just part of her writing and what she does, and there's nothing wrong with that. Obviously I still think this is a fantastic song, so it doesn't, you know, doesn't ruin it for me. Figured out just yet. It's the relatability of this song. and the vulnerability, which is incredible. I mean, the best art is the vulnerable art, the most honest art, because not only does it connect, but it really exposes and showcases the artist and the musician for who they are, as opposed to putting on this charade. And I think that's what sells, really. That's what connects.
'Cause I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one is giving a peace sign. I'm free but I'm focused, I'm green but I'm wise, I'm hard but I'm friendly, baby. I'm sad but I'm laughing, I'm brave but I'm chicken shit, I'm sick but I'm pretty.
I would assume that I'm sick but I'm pretty relates to sick in the mind or something, because it would sort of be contradictory to what she said about I'm short but I'm healthy earlier.
Is that no one's really got it figured out just yet? But I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one is playing the piano. And what it all comes down to, my friends, yeah, is that everything is just fine, fine, fine. 'Cause I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one is hailing a taxi cab.
Quality tune, really good, really good. As opposed to having a bridge section after the second chorus, there's actually 3 verses. It goes into a I'm something, but I'm something. So I think they came up with so many good ideas and contrasting sort of lyrics that they thought, you know what, we'll keep them all in. We won't highlight the best ones or what we deem the best ones because they were all good, and we'll just do 3 verses. Quality, great song. We've got Right Through You next. Let's get on with it. This will be the last one for tonight. So when you next see me, in a moment after this song, I'll probably be in a different environment, or it might be a bit lighter because it's getting a bit later now. So this one's Right Through You. Des, King of the Pit TV. This one is entitled Right Through You. We're listening to Jagged Little Pill, start to finish. Let's go.
Wait a minute, man, you mispronounced my name. You didn't wait for all the information before you turned me away. Wait a minute, sir, you kinda hurt my feelings. You see me as a sweet back-loaded puppet, and you've got meal ticket taste. I see right through you. I know right through you. I feel right through you.
Amazing voice, amazing production value. What was I going to comment on? Maybe it's a 90s thing, but the guitarist loves his pedals, definitely loves his tones, because there's always some sort of overlying effect upon it. What else do I have to say? The chorus is massive. Chorus sounds like it's some rock, stadium rock, Nickelback, bloody Foo Fighters-esque, just heavy distorted guitars, massive.
I walk right You took me for a joke. You took me for a child. You took a long hard look at my ass and then played golf for a while. You shake us like a fish. You pat me on the head.
Your shake is like a fish, the wet fish handshake. You know, initially when we talk about taking names and stuff like that, I don't know if this is a record industry song. I don't know what she's on about. I don't know if this is a record industry song, record executive sort of thing.
You took me for a child. You took a long hard look at my ass and then played golf for a while. You shake us like a fish. You pat me on the head. Took me out to wine dine 69 me, but didn't hear a damn word I said. She like I know right from wrong, yeah. I feel right from I walk right from Oh, hello, Mr. Man. You didn't think I'd come back. You didn't think I'd show up with my army and this ammunition on my back. Now that I'm Miss Fame, now that I'm a zillionaire, you scan the credits for your name and wonder why it's not there. She right there.
Initially, the first verse might have been referring to the attempts she had of breaking into the industry and nobody paying attention. Maybe I've got this all completely wrong and it might literally just be as basic as like dating and stuff, but you let me know. Quality tune, yeah, quality tune, badass, rock and roll. That'll be me done for tonight then, so when you next see me, I'll be going through the tune Forgiven. Yeah, this has been good so far, right? Peace out. Yo, people, check, Des, King of the Pit TV signing in. Alright, I've decided to continue on streaming this entire record. It is late and I've relocated. The lighting might not be too good and I might have to whisper a bit, but we're going to get through this record, alright? This one is Forgiven. Let's get straight back onto it. This is Jagged Little Pill from start to finish. We're enjoying the journey so far. Let's continue on. Completely panned with the lead guitar proper central.
You know how us Catholic girls can be. Hey, we make up for so much time. A little too late. I never forgot it, confusing as it was now. Fun with no.
That drum kit added so much depth to the sound right there. When it came in, normally you just feel alright, the beat has dropped, but the production value really expands this drum kit. It took up so much space here in my ears. Wow.
I confess my darkest deeds to an envious man.
I confessed my darkest deeds to an envious man. Was that it?
My brothers, they never went blind for what they did, but I may as well have in the name of the Father, the skeptic, and the Son. I had one more stupid question. We all had our reasons to be there. We all had a thing or two to learn. We all need something to cling to. So we did. What I learned I rejected, but I believe again. I suffered a consequence. Others in
She's very powerful with the voice. While she was recording this in the studio, she must have absolutely been belting it so much. I wonder if all of the vocal takes were recorded in one day, because that'd be crazy if so.
position.
But 13 tracks, or maybe 12, bordering on 13 tracks, with a value of this much, would it be more than the one-day job to get the vocals done? I don't know how much time and energy and concentration they would spend on a project such as this,
If I jump in this,
because you got all of your harmonies and your backing vocals and so forth. And I wonder whose idea it was to do most of these harmonies and backing vocals, whether it be the producer or Alanis herself, who had conjured these ideas.
then will I be forgiven? We all had our reasons to be there. We all had a thing or two to learn. We all needed something to cling to. So we did. We all had delusions in our heads. We all had our minds made up for us. We had to believe in something. So we did. We all had our reasons to be there.
There's a very light, plucked guitar in the background. Trying to make my mind up what it is. It sounded almost like a foreign instrument of sorts. I'm trying to pick it out. It's ever so slight. I just hear the highest twinkle of a plucked string in the background. I think it's a nylon guitar. Cool. So a little bit of storytelling in that number. Seems like quite a personal song. I'm sure whomever can relate will relate to that very heavily. To me, the soundscape of it I didn't enjoy too much. The chorus section was a bit too dreary for me in comparison to what we've had. Definitely a different tone to the rest of the songs we've heard so far. So for me, I'd remove it from the record. I'd keep everything else. This is a bit of filler to me. I don't like this one too much. Although conceptually speaking, probably a bit more heavier than the rest. Next, we've got the tune You Learn. With a few enjoyable dogs there for you. Right, let's get into it. Des, King of the Pit TV signing in live and large. This one is entitled You Learn. We're listening to Jagged Little Pill, start to finish. Let's get straight into it. Ooh, I think I missed the first beat. Love that groove.
I recommend getting your heart traveled on to anyone. Yeah.
Ooh. We got the faint keys in the background just coating the canvas. Dun, dun. The drummer just grooving. And the bassist is just doing their thing. This is instrumentally speaking. I'm not even going to start on the vocal line so far, because when the vocal came in rhythmically, so clean, so inventive, but that instrumental's just got me grooving. It's such a soulful instrumental.
I recommend walking around naked in your living room. Yeah.
Swallow it down, and we're gonna hear a reference to the Jagged Little Pill in this song.
Jagged little pill. It feels so good. Swimming in your stomach. Wait until the dust settles. You live, you learn, you love, you learn, you cry, you learn, you lose, you learn, you bleed, you learn, you scream, you learn.
Wow, great chorus, gave me shivers. What a brilliant singer. Has she written these songs, or has there been a team behind these songs? Cause this is excellent. The chorus sections in these songs have been mind blowing. I mean, you live, you learn, you blah de blah de blah. It's simple stuff, but the performance and the execution is incredible.
I recommend biting off more than you can chew to anyone. I certainly do. I recommend.
Even the stuttering guitar, it just cuts off these embellishments and ornaments just with that guitar.
Sticking your foot in your mouth at any time. Feel free. Roll it down. The notion knocks you from the bed. Hold it up to the place. You wait and see when the smoke clears. You live, you learn, you love, you learn, you cry, you learn, you lose, you learn, you bleed, you learn, you scream, you
That guitarist couldn't wait for his time to shine, or her time to shine. Just chilling back, holding back. Little bridge section, come in with a few little twiddlies.
wear it out. They held it down. You're gonna have to refresh it. The fire trucks are coming up around the bend. You live, you learn,
Such a soulful tune, this one. Really good. That was a great song. That was a great song. Just with the chorus of that song, I hope that this was one of the more popular songs on the record, because that was a brilliant song. I really liked that one. We've got Head Over Feet next. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, really cool. Des, King of the Pit TV signing in. We're listening to the Jagged Little Pill record from start to finish. This one is entitled Head Over Feet. The last tune which we listened to, which was entitled You Learn, was brilliant. Alright, I'm really enjoying this record. This is a great record. This one is Head Over Feet. Let's go.
I had no choice but to hear you. You stated your case time and again. I thought about it. You treat me like I'm a princess. I'm not used to like that. You ask how my day was. You've already won me over in spite of me. And don't be alarmed if I fall head over feet. And don't be surprised if I love you for all that you are. I couldn't help it. It's all your fault. Your love is thick and it swallowed me whole. You're so much braver than I gave you credit for.
Really letting the vocals speak, letting the lyrics shine in this song. The instrumental is holding back a little more than we've heard in some of the prior tracks. Not necessarily focused too much on grooving and jamming out, more so just painting the picture, having the colour coordinated with the lyrical content, and just allowing Alanis to do a thing here.
That's not lip service. You've already won me over in spite of me. And don't be alarmed if I fall head over feet. And don't be surprised if I love you for all that you are. I couldn't help it. It's all your fault. You are the bearer of unconditional things. You held your breath and the door for me. Thanks for your patience.
Nice to see the harmonica reintroduced.
That I've ever met. You're my best friend with benefits. What took me so long? I've never felt this healthy before. I've never wanted something rational. I am aware now. I am aware.
Taking it all the way back to the roots. In songwriting, they say if you reduce it all down to the vocal and a piano or just an acoustic guitar, the song will still be as amazing as it was with all the instrumental.
Now, you've already won me over.
I love the real blend down to the acoustic guitar and then we blend back out. I've never heard that done before.
In spite of me, and don't be alarmed if I fall.
I want to hear it again.
I am aware now. I am aware now. You've already won me
That's so cool.
over. In spite of me, and don't be alarmed if I fall. Head over feet, and don't be surprised if I love you for all that you are. I couldn't help it. It's all your fault. You've already won me over. In spite of me, and don't be alarmed if I fall. Head over feet, and don't be surprised if I love you for all that you are. I couldn't help it. It's all your fault. La, la, yeah, I couldn't help it. It's all your fault.
That was alright. I really appreciated that blend in and out. I've never heard that done before. That was really special. That was really good. It wasn't my favourite tune. I like how they pump it up to the chorus, the transition from the verse to the chorus, but overall, yeah, it wasn't the best tune. Would I keep it on the record? I'd keep it on the record. I don't think it's a filler song, but it wasn't as, it didn't touch me like some of the others did. Next we got Mary Jane, alright, I wonder what this one's about. I've been getting the same ad for a minute. Amazon trying to flog me electronics. Des, King of the Pit TV signing in. This one's entitled Mary Jane. As you know, we're listening to the entire Jagged Little Pill record. And without further ado, my people, let's get straight into it.
What's the matter, Mary Jane? Had a hard day. There's a place that don't disturb sign on the door. You lost your place in line again. What a pity. You never seem to wanna dance anymore. It's a long way down on this roller coaster. The next chance streetcar went off the track, and you're on it. I hear you counting sheep again, Mary Jane. What's the point of trying to dream anymore? I hear you losing weight again, Mary Jane. You ever wonder who you're losing it for? Well, it's full speed, baby, in the wrong direction. There's a few more bruises, if that's the way you insist on heading. Please be honest, Mary Jane. Are you happy? Please don't censor your tears.
Am I being slow in not catching the concept of the song yet? I'm slowly and surely forming an opinion, but not to the extent where I want to vocalise it right now, because I think there's a potential I might be wrong. mean, let's be fair, with a song called Mary Jane, you know I came into this thinking it'd be about something else.
You're the sweet crusader, and you're on your way. You're the last great innocent, and that's why I love you. So take this moment, Mary Jane, and be selfish. Worry not about the cars that go by, 'cause all that matters, Mary Jane,
It's almost like a lullaby.
is your freedom. So keep warm, my dear. Keep dry. Tell me, what's the matter, Mary Jane? Please be honest, Mary Jane. Tell me.
Okay, right, if you know the concept, leave it down in the comments. What's this song about? I know what I think, but I don't think I've pieced all the pieces together, and I don't want to speak it into existence purely because I might have missed the point. Next we've got Ironic. Let's keep it moving. Right. There's King of the Pit TV signing in. We're listening to Jagged Little Pill from start to finish. We're nearing the end of it. This one's called Ironic. Let's get straight into it. I've heard this one somewhere, but I can't tell you where. I've no idea. Is it a film soundtrack or something?
You won the lottery and died the next day. It's a black fly in your Chardonnay. It's a death row pardon, 2 minutes too late. And isn't it ironic?
Is this the one? It's like rain on your wedding day. It's like rain, yeah.
Don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free.
I'm gonna go back because I want to comment on something. The little organ, the synth that just fades in prior to the chorus,
Don't you think?
just swells.
It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride when you've already paid. It's the good advice that you just didn't take. And who would have thought it figures? Used to play it safe, was afraid to fly.
Second verse. Seen how much more movement we've developed after that chorus. We've still pulled back from the emphasis the chorus had. Cut it down. But now we're moving. We're in third gear now.
He packed his suitcase and kissed his kids goodbye.
Them keys are popping a little more now. Bum, bum, bum.
He waited his whole damn life to take that flight. And as the plane crashed down, he thought, well, isn't this nice? And isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride on your already paid. It's good advice.
I'm trying to work out what the drummer's doing, because the production isn't highlighting the symbols of the drum kit.
Such a dust and take. And who would have thought it figured?
I think I hear a light splash in the background, but it's ever so faint.
Life is fun, worried. I'm sneaking up on you, and you think everything's okay and everything's gone right. And life is a funny way. Coming halfway, I think everything's gone wrong and everything blows up in your face. A traffic jam when you're already late. A no smoking sign on your cigarette break. It's like 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. It's meeting the man of my dreams and then meeting his beautiful wife.
Wow. Them lyrics were good, but the way it led up to that line and the vocals sort of changed into, you know what I mean? The song is about ironic, isn't it ironic? The honesty and the human that came out right there on that last line. Incredible writing.
It's meeting the man of my dreams and then meeting his beautiful wife. And isn't it ironic?
Brilliant.
Don't you think? A little too ironic.
Now tell me, is, as far as pop music, songwriter music in the mainstream goes nowadays, how much of it is organic and human as this? It's all so polished now. Man.
And yeah, I really do think it's like rain.
Well, let's not even talk about the fact there's an actual band in this music as opposed to it being just electronic rap instrumental. You know what I mean?
Your wedding day, it's a free ride on your already paid. It's the good advice, such a dusted day. And who would have thought it figures? And yeah, life is a funny way. Sneaking up on you. Life is a funny, funny way of helping you out, helping you out.
Great song. Great song. Really good. Really good. I don't need to comment on that anymore. That's a really good tune. Not the Doctor is next, okay? I wonder what this one entails. The song title is a little vague, eh? Des, King of the Pit TV, signing in live and large. You know who it is. Yes Now, Bless Now. Track 11, Jagged Little Pill. This one is entitled Not the Doctor. Okay, let's go.
I don't wanna be the filler if the void is solely yours. I don't wanna be your glass of single malt whiskey hidden in the bottom drawer. And I don't wanna be a bandage if the wound is not mine.
A lot of metaphor, a lot of descriptive language, and a lot of imagery within this music and this lyricism.
Lend me some fresh air. I don't wanna be a adored for what I merely represent to you. I don't wanna be your babysitter, you're a very big boy. No, I don't wanna be your
I don't want to be your babysitter. You're a very big boy now. I'm sure a lot of women would be able to agree and relate to that line.
mother. I didn't carry you in my
No, my missus would.
womb for 9 months. Show me the back door. Visiting hours are 9 to 5, and if I show up at 6:10, well, I already know that you'd find some way to sneak me in and mind the empty bottle with the holes along the bottom. You see, it's too much to ask for, and I am not the doctor. I don't wanna be the sweeper of the eggshells that you walk upon, and I don't wanna be your other half. I believe that 1 and 1 make 2. I don't wanna be your food or the light from the
Bit of food for thought there. I don't want to be your other half. I believe that 1 and 1 make 2. How do you perceive that? How do you interpret that line?
that you walk upon, and I don't wanna be your other half. I believe that 1 and 1 make 2. I don't wanna be
A little breather before it, a little hesitant. 2.
your food or the light from the fridge on your face at midnight. Hey, what are you hungry for? I don't wanna be the glue that holds your pieces together. I don't wanna be your idol. See, this pedestal is high and I'm afraid of heights. I don't wanna be lived through a vicarious occasion. Please open the window. Visiting hours are 9 to 5, and if I show up at 6:10, well, I already know that you'd find some way to sneak me in and mind the empty bottle with the holes along the bottom. You see, it's too much to ask for, and I am not the doctor. I am not the I don't wanna live on Sunday when my motto is last week, and I don't wanna be responsible for your fractured heart and its wounded beat, and I don't wanna be a substitute for the smoke you've been inhaling. Well, what do you thank me? What do you thank me for? Visiting hours are 9 to 5, and if I show up at 6:10, well, I already know that you'll find some way to sneak me in and mind the empty bottle with the holes along the bottom. You say it's too much to ask for, and I am not the doctor. Ooh, I am not
Cool little groove to it. Cool little groove to it. I didn't catch the concept of the song. I didn't know what she was really trying to say. But I enjoyed the lyrical content for what I could make out of it. I had to rewind one of the lines because I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, the next tune's called Wake Up, which kinda could be considered the last tune on the record, but then we've got an alternate take or a hidden track variation of the second song on the record, which we will check out. Alright, so the next one's called Wake Up, or the last song on the album is called Wake Up. Let's get on with it. Hopefully this is half decent. And we can say we've listened to the Jagged Little Pill record, which I'm happy to say. There's King of the Pit TV. We're finishing off the Alanis Morissette record, Jagged Little Pill. This one is entitled Wake Up. Not to be mistaken with the Rage Against the Machine song Wake Up or the Suicide Silence song Wake Up. Definitely isn't the Suicide Silence song. Let's get into it.
You like snow, but
You know, she's got a very frequent manner of saying you. There's a lot of yous in this music. You, and not like talking to you. Sort of like, I'm going to the shops, do you want to come, and so forth. It's like direct from the get-go. You are this. You do this. You are this to me. Straight away, and it's reinforced over and over. Line 1, you do that. Line 2, you do that. Line 3, you do that.
There's no sentimental value to the rose that fell on your throat. There's no fundamental excuse for the granted I'm taking for. 'Cause it's easy not to, so much easier not to. And what goes around never comes around till you. You like pain, but only if it doesn't hurt too much. And you said,
I think we know a few people like that, whether we're aware of it or not. You like pain, but only if it doesn't hurt too much.
and you wait to receive.
I don't know why this is the last track on the record. I don't think this is a great song to finish on.
There's an obvious attraction to the path that meets resistance in your life. Well, there's an obvious aversion on my mind.
Bet there was great publishing on this. I reckon this record, the songs on this record got synced to a lot of films. It's on the soundtrack to a lot of films, these songs.
My assistance can make you.
They got the right soundscape to be on like superhero films and that, you know what I mean?
Try.
Overlooking the cityscape with these tunes and like the outro themes and so forth when all has been said and done.
Tonight, 'cause it's easy not to, so much easier not to. And what goes around never comes around till you. To you. To you.
Feels as if we're building up, like there's tension throughout the track, it wants to resolve.
There's no love, no money, no thrill anymore. Well, there's an apprehensive, naked little trembling boy with his head in his hands. And there's an underestimated and impatient.
Drum beat's really nice. It's got the foot tapping, it's got the head bopping, it's so consistent. Great tempo, great energy to it. Even though the harmonically speaking, the instrumental and so forth is a bit dreary. It's not my favourite, but the drum beat going is definitely a head bopper.
Little girl raising her hand, but it's easy not to, so much easier
Cool, that was the last track. It was an interesting one. It was an interesting one. I felt like it should have been resolved a little better. But as I said earlier, I did enjoy the tempo to it. I enjoyed the beat, the pulse to it. I thought it was pretty good. So let's finalise. We've got an alternate take to track number 2, You Ought to Know, which I thought was a good tune. It says 8 minutes 14. I hope it's not that long. But let's go. I hope it doesn't have 4 minutes of silence beforehand. But even so, I'd prefer that to 8 minutes of music. I don't really want a big block of music right now. There's King of the Pit TV signing in. We're finishing off with the hidden track on the record, Jagged Little Pill. We've listened to it from start to finish. So many good tunes on this record. This is a alternate take to a song I really liked, track number 2, You Ought to Know. So let's check it out. We might have a bit of silence beforehand. Or I might have to put the volume on potentially. I didn't consider that.
I want you to know that I'm happy for you. I wish nothing but the best for you both. I know the version of me. Is she perverted like me? Would she?
The drums are I don't know if you can hear it, but the panning of the drums is crazy right now. We've got
Go down on you in a theater. Does she speak eloquently? And would she have your baby? I'm sure she'd make a really excellent mother. Cause the love that you gave that we made wasn't able to make it enough for you to be open wide. No.
On a side note, that go down on you in a theatre thing, I think it's a little bit cringe. I don't really like that line too much. I think it's definitely different. And if it's sort of like actual, speaking of one's story, then why the hell not? It's good to be vulnerable, right? But, that alongside the line that comes after about make a good mother, I think she's verging a little too far outside of the rules of songwriting. It doesn't speak to me.
And every time you speak her name, does she know how you told me it won't be until you die, but you're still alive, and I'm here to remind you of the
tremolo effect on that guitar. So when I hear a tremolo, that rhythmic, it makes me think of How Soon Is Now by the Smiths.
mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear.
Funny overdrive on that bass guitar on this record.
That you did to me, you ought to know. You seem very well. Things look peaceful. I'm not quite as well. I thought you should know. Did you forget about me, Mr. Duplicity? I hate to bug you in the middle of dinner. There was a slap in the face. How quickly I was replaced. And are you thinking of me when you fuck her? Cause the love that you gave that we made wasn't able to make it enough for you to be open wide. No. And
Once again, I said it first time round, I'll say it again. The bassist is just jamming out on this tune, man. So good.
every time you speak her name, does she know how you told me it won't be until you die,
The bassist might be my highlight of this song,
but you're
alongside this chorus.
still alive, and I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know. nails down someone else's back. I hope you feel it. Well, can you feel it? Well, I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me
Are we just gonna have silence after the tune, or what we're gonna have?
of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You
Or is this gonna be an alternate take that blends into a hidden track?
ought to know.
Are we gonna have a hidden track at the end of this, do you think? Okay,
I walked down the hall of your house.
walking up. Is it a little acapella?
I went to your house. I walked up the stairs. I opened your door without ringing the bell. I walked down the hall into your room where I could smell you, and I shouldn't be here without permission. I shouldn't be here. Would you forgive me, love, if I dance in your shower? Would you forgive me, love, if I laid in your bed? Would you forgive me, love, if I stay all afternoon? I laid in your bed. It's
With all respects, I'm not listening to no acapella stuff. No chance. I've been having a good old time, alright. I can't relate to the story of a girl going to someone's house and doing whatever she does. I want to hear a little instrumental with that. So I'm going to sign that out here. This record has been brilliant. Let me just clarify if there's been any highlights. The first tune, incredible. First tune, incredible. With the out of key warbles at times. Such a great, badass, rock and roll chick vibe to that. You ought to know. Incredible chorus. Hand in My Pocket. Best track on the record, I think. Best track on the record. But I've come in here pre-acknowledging I really like that song. You Learn was a great track from... Wait, am I right in saying that? I think You Learn was a great track, if I remember correctly. Ironic. Epic movie star soundtrack stuff. Yeah, really good overall, fantastic record. I'm going to sign out, people, so if I should check out more of her discography, let me know if I should, because otherwise I might not, because I do know that this is the highlight. I believe this is the debut record, right? And the rest wasn't pushed as far as this. Maybe she got shelved by the label for some reason or other. But I'm signing out. Till next time, one love.